Hey everyone, Tendra here. This week we'll cover February 13th to February 19th. So let's take a look and see what I did. First up this week we had the Dragonflight Dungeon event going. If you're not familiar with this is where you need to do 4 mythics. They can range from mythic zeros to mythic whatever you can handle. This is something I'm new to doing. I've never had a real strong desire to get into mythics, but I'm getting to the point where I'm caught up just about on everything that I do. So I thought, you know what, this would be a change of pace. And so far, I have enjoyed the ones I've done, so I'll just keep doing them until I don't have fun with them anymore. Another thing I did was run 7 characters through various wings of LFR. I didn't do the whole thing on every character, just wings that I could possibly get items from. And that seemed to help out a little bit. I did get a few weapons, some trinkets, and a few pieces of armor. And I have been doing it on my main character for a chance at the legendary axe, but I've only been doing that on LFR also. Over in the Emerald Dream at the beginning of this week, I still needed gear for 25 characters, so I messed with that a little bit through the week too. And this week I finished up 4 more characters. I finished an Alliance Hunter, I finished an Alliance Priest, an Alliance Mage, and an Alliance Paladin. So that leaves me with 21 more characters to put into veteran gear, and most of those characters only need 1 or 2 pieces yet. I now have more than half my ult in veteran gear, so I'll just keep plugging away at this, and I'll have it done pretty soon. And finally, I did make it into my weekly farms, so let's go check them out and see how I did. So I started this week the same as I start most weeks, going after the Scythe of the Unmaker. For this I have to take out Argus the Unmaker, who is located over in Antorus the Burning Throne. Once I'm over there, I make sure I'm set to Mythic difficulty, and I head in. I work my way back to Argus, and I take him down, and I got attempt number 97 on the Scythe. I didn't see it drop again this week, so I'll be back here next week. Next up, I went after my first mount. That was the Hellfire Infernal. This drops off of Gul'dan, and he's located in Nighthold. Once I got over there, I made sure I was set to Mythic, and I headed in. I worked my way back to Gul'dan, and I took him down. This gave me attempt number 89 on this mount. And again, I didn't see it drop this week, so I'll have to come back here next week, and hopefully I have a little better luck then. Next up on my list was the Head of Mimiron. For this I have to kill Yogg-Saron inside of Ulduar. But on the way up there I always look for the time-lost Proto-Drake, and yet another week goes by and I don't see him. But once I made it up there, I headed in and I worked my way back to Yogg-Saron. I took him down, got my attempt on the mount, and again, I didn't see it this week, so I'll have to come back here again next week. The next mount I went after was G.M.O.D, and this drops in Battle for Desiralore. If you do it on Mythic, it's going to drop off the High Tinkerer Mechatork. If you do it on any other difficulty, it will be dropping off Jaina Proudmoore. This week I did it on Mythic, and on Mythic I can't solo it, so I have to find a group in Group Finder to do it. Once we took down High Tinkerer Mechatork, I got attempt number 26 on this mount. I didn't see it drop, so I'll be back here next week. Hopefully my luck's a little better then. Now I went after the Glacial TideStorm. This only drops off Jaina Proudmoore in the Battle for Desiralore on Mythic. Again, I can't solo this on Mythic, so I have to find a group in Group Finder, but once I do, we head in and we take Jaina down pretty quickly. This week I get attempt number 23 on the mount, but I don't see it drop, so I'll be back here again next week. My last farm for the week was for the Mechagon Peacekeeper. This drops out in Operation Mechagon on Mythic. This one I do a little bit different though. I do this as a multi-character farm, and if you're not sure what that means, it's where I take 13 characters every week to the same instance or raid until I get the item or mount I'm farming. So let's take a look this week and see how I did. Well, 205 attempts, and it finally dropped. I'm kinda shocked. I'd really thought it was gonna take a few more tries than this, and I'm really shocked that it dropped on this dwarf. I don't think he's ever got anything of significance, but I'm pretty happy it did drop. And unless I come back here to farm up items for Transmog, I don't think I'll ever come back here. So that knocks one more off my list. And just in case you don't know what it looks like, this is what the Mechagon Peacekeeper looks like. And now I have a tough decision. I'm going to have to figure out what mount I'm going to farm up next for my multi-character farm. And just in case you're wondering, this week's Transmog set is again associated with Korthia. For this one you'll have to work on your Venthyr Renowned. Going from left to right, our first set comes from the Renowned Quartermaster. In order to obtain this set, you'll have to get your Renown to 60 with Venthyr, then head over to Sinfall, and you can buy it for the low price of 10,000 anima. The next set up on the list is from Death's Advance. For this you'll have to have Exalted Reputation with Death's Advance, and your Renowned with Venthyr to level 60. Once you have both of those, head over to the Quartermaster in Korthia, and for 6,000 Stygia, you can buy this set. Our next set comes from Korthia. In order to do this, you'll have to fully unlock Korthia. Once you have it fully unlocked, dailies will become available. Upon doing the dailies, you'll have a chance at being awarded a piece of gear that belongs to this set. Our last set is earned from Renowned. This is really easy to get. Once you have your Renown to level 60 with Venthyr, you will automatically receive this. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.